Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we're gonna be reacting to
BabyMonster proves that vocals are not dead in K-pop on the Hello Monster World Tour.
Yeah, let's
Baby
press the
Monster.
sing.
In my last video, I asked if you guys would like to see a video like this one, and since many of you said yes, there it is. So Baby Monster is a group that I have talked about before as a vocal snub myself, more than a few times already, which makes sense since to YG, Baby Monster is quite clearly supposed to be a more vocal-oriented group.
To go to
Korita
on the
even
first
has
take, you gotta be able to sing and sing in one take.
Yeah.
said in one of the interviews that with the members' longer training period, their vocal skills make them stand out. To me personally, a statement like this hasn't appeared randomly out of nowhere. Has YG noticed the decline in K-pop vocal standard over the years, so they decided to come up with a group that could cater to fans so desperate for stronger vocals in K-pop? I don't know, it's just a thought. Anyway, since the beginning, I have been a little conflicted about Baby Monster. I recognize the members' skills, as well as their tremendous potential, the variety of tones. Undoubtedly, Baby Monster brings something refreshing and exciting to the scene, yet somehow reminiscent of third and second generation of K-pop. On the other hand, they lacks in vocal technique, less than ideal utilization of the members, and the general scale of blind praise Baby Monster receives shouldn't be ignored either, in my opinion. However, I've always thought that this group shines the most in a live setting, and especially I've waited for Baby Monster to go on tour.
This fucking background sound is tripping me out.
Yeah,
It's-
I'm gonna sing that.
Yeah, I'm singing in my head. I'm not listening to what he's saying.
I
It's-
know. I'm
it's
like 1 minute
horrible.
straight. I'm like,
Yeah, I'm singing the melody in my head. Like, why?
That's not even their song.
Yeah. Why?
Tour. So the tour is currently happening. Let's discuss a few things. My plan for this video is to start with what makes this tour great in my opinion, more collectively speaking, and then focus on the members individually for a little bit. I hope it sounds
Okay,
good to
that's
you. The
good, that's
first
cool.
thing I'll say is that these girls perform like they've been doing this for much longer
long time.
than they actually have. No matter whether coming from a big company or not, I typically wouldn't expect a newer group to be able to perform like that, to exude this much
Yeah, their performances are very good.
Yeah,
when
very
we
professional.
When we see them live, yeah.
competence and experience. The sheer quality of singing and dancing is one thing, but the way the members carry themselves on stage is what sort of strikes me. Despite the potential weight of Baby Monster's predecessors carried on their backs, the show doesn't feel rigid or over-rehearsed because the girls somehow make it seem very natural and casual, which is a huge accomplishment in my opinion. The toned-down stage production, at least for YG standards, pushes the members' skills, charisma, and personality to the forefront, which was definitely the correct way to go. Second thing, live vocals are the bread and butter of the show, the kind of confident live vocals that are not drowned in the backing
You
track.
know, the live vocals are very impressive. I want to see over the long run, like a little bit longer, because I feel like a lot of the groups they come out. I think they have like good vocals, but I think over time, it's tiring, and they end up having to rely on having to lip sync. Because we started to see they also do sometimes little lip sync in some performances, but in their tours they've been performing live.
So why do you think the vocals deteriorate?
I think like overuse, like
Overuse?
yeah.
That's
lot.
a fair point because in K-pop they definitely overuse
Yeah.
people. Yeah, they overwork them.
That often becomes the main track. To be specific, a lot of the times there is no backing track at all, and when there is, it is mostly just a hint, or it gets louder in certain parts only, like when there is a lot of falsetto.
Like
I've said it
for
before,
example, we see like with Leona Lewis and Kelly Clarkson, like they sing really really well. You can see improvements, but then at some point there's like, okay, can they still hit the same notes that they did before with their songs?
one of my favorite moments has to be Rora leaving the stage for a bit due to a technical difficulty, and the silence when she's not there to sing her part simply tells you that you were listening to live vocals only.
One for the money and two for the show. Make it loud, yeah, that's all that we know. Foot to the floor, now we out of control. When I move. Let's go,
And I like their recovery of that. They're
You
very
can even
professional.
sometimes notice the members
And the fact that they're not like shy about
Phased
it. she's
about
not-
it.
Yeah, they're not like,
yeah.
oh, whatever. It's not there.
Yeah.
Who cares?
go a little easy on the
That's-
choreography.
That's
That
how it should be.
happens,
Yeah, that's how
yeah.
it should be. It's not a big deal. Like I think like in K-pop, they make it a bigger deal of it than what it is, that they love that perfection shit. Like, it
Yeah,
doesn't have to be
that
perfect.
was the biggest complaint that I saw from the singer, is that the artists, like in China, they focus on perfection as opposed to being in the moment and
Yeah.
exuding like with the experience with the crowd.
Yeah, like it doesn't have to be a perfection every time,
Yeah.
especially when you perform 3-4 times a week. Like, who
Yeah.
cares? Like, I understand
That's
if you perform once a year,
yeah.
okay, fine, that show has to be perfect. But you perform a couple times a week.
I think it also takes away from making the show unique and having a unique experience, because like with BTS,
Yeah.
when they perform, it's just such a chill vibe, and I feel like they're bonding like with their crowd when they perform.
To prioritize singing. If you think that I may be a bit too thrilled about all this, sure, maybe. But from a perspective of fans, of K-pop fans who have been craving real, honest, straightforward, unedited singing, this is as exciting as it is refreshing. Vocally, another thing to look forward to on this tour: new live ad-libs and improvised melodies. While the members have previously experimented with fun note changes here and there, I thought that this tour could bring us even more of them. Luckily, I wasn't wrong.
Yeah, good.
I need to sing.
And this is exactly what you meant by makes it a unique experience, because they like not customize is like they do it on purpose. Maybe customize is not the word, but yeah, they just freely perform, and whatever mood they're in, that's the mood they present the song in, and that's the custom experience you feel like at the concert. So it's not like there's a reason to go to that particular concert instead of just all concerts are the same. Might as well just watch it on YouTube.
This is great news for at least two reasons. Firstly, live ad-libs and changes like these can of course prove vocal skill. But secondly, and probably even more importantly, they help to enhance the performance, making it a more special experience and its own unique thing, separate from the studio version of a song that you could listen to at any time. In general, YG's groups are at their best when they're bold. They need to have a certain aura, charisma, and personality. I believe BabyMonster delivers just that, while also arguably going a few more steps forward skill-wise. That is only the beginning of their career and their first world tour as well. Please excuse me for focusing on the vocal line more, since rap simply isn't what I feel qualified to talk about besides my personal feelings. Even though I cannot
Originally,
analyze.
I'm curious. Originally, who were supposed to be the original girls and two that were not gonna make it?
I don't remember.
Was it?
I don't remember.
Rappers on a technical level, I'd like to add that I greatly appreciate the amount of energy both these talented young ladies deliver on stage. I find it absolutely captivating how Ruka is able to hype the crowd.
Look at Benji.
Asa, on the other hand, I think BabyMonster is a group made for her, and YG Entertainment's maybe just the right company for her to shine now and in the future. Mark my words, I believe that her stage presence and charisma are gonna be hard to match in this generation. Well, Julie, you have competition now. Chiquita brings a ton of youthful energy to the group. I personally enjoy her vibrant, animated nature on stage. Chiquita has a voice that is bright with a lot of neutral tones to it, which gives her a lot of versatility. I've been impressed by her confident, mature interpretation of Traitor by Olivia Rodrigo. I like how she commits to the song's message and isn't afraid to express emotion.
Hey, Rick.
Purely vocally speaking, her intonation is solid, the dynamics control is promising, yet it is noticeable that Chiquita's mix register needs work as her belts lack proper depth and good support, quickly becoming overly nasal and thin. However, being the age she is, Chiquita's got all the time she needs to improve. Parita balances out the group's energy.
I mean, to be fair, all of them, the age they are, they all can still improve. They're all teenagers, except for Ruka, I believe.
With her elegant, sometimes even flirtatious softness, which makes her an absolutely irreplaceable part of BabyMonster. Her sweet yet sharp and super bright voice helps her stand out. Her tone to me is sort of like a mix of Park Bom and Rosé. What other people say is far from an easy song to sing, but Parita, calm and focused, tackles the challenge with little to no backing track. Parita's high voice along
I don't know if I reacted to that. I don't remember it.
No, I only remember Chiquita part that we saw available online. I don't know if her performance was available online.
sure.
I'm
with
not
a
too sure.
nasally, twangy placement allows her to reach higher mixed belts
But I remember
with
her
relative
look.
ease.
Maybe we have. I'm not too sure. Maybe.
While her belting is stronger than
Or maybe
Chiquita's
we
for
have
sure,
it. Maybe
these
I
belts
remember the
still lack a little
staircase.
depth
She
and
was walking
power.
down the
There is
staircase.
bass larynx and tension, which make the sound tight and pinched. I would love to hear more of her lower range and falsetto life. My personal bias, Rora, I believe is really coming out of her shell on this tour. She's always had good stage presence in my opinion, but this time around it seems like she's really letting go, which is wonderful to see. Rora's voice is not one you would typically expect from a YG idol. It's not as bright and it's warm in tone. Yes, I still do believe that so far producers have not been able to utilize it properly, for the most part at least. I personally love Rora's voice and I would appreciate if there were more voices like hers in K-pop. Vocally, Rora's strength lies in her lower register, rolling vibrato and healthy mid-belts.
Somebody to know, somebody to have. I don't take me tonight for ain't not here to get me clear it up. Tonight for ain't not here to get me clear it up.
Also, even when not feeling her best or stepping out of her comfort zone range-wise, she still tries to stick to her technique and perform as healthily as she can in the moment. Sadly, these qualities are not commonly appreciated and recognized among most K-pop fans, but you've heard me say this before. She is the second best vocalist of this group. Rami, the
Really? She's the second best vocalist of the group. I disagree, but okay.
vocal star of BabyMonster, has been only solidifying her position in the group. The consistency, the use of upper register, the vocal runs. I knew I could expect that from her, but to my personal delight. Rami has also been exploring more creativity with her ad-libs, which I can sense we can hope to hear even more of. She also shines in her solo performance.
Wow. It's really powerful.
This very relaxed presence combined with precise
I think we might have reacted to Parita then. Because we reacted to two of them. And I don't
I think
remember.
it's Chiquita Burrito.
Yeah, I think so. I don't remember Rora or Rami.
vocal
Maybe Ahyam we did?
delivery immediately makes Rami seem like a fully fledged, grown-up, competent vocalist. For any K-pop fan who's interested in vocals, Rami is someone you should keep an eye or ear on. So I saved Ahyeon for last simply because my thoughts, well, are complicated and conflicted. First of all, I think passion should be praised. I think that people who enjoy what they do can be extremely charismatic, but I also believe in balance and control. Ahyeon hardly ever is able to strike the perfect balance with her stage presence. She has two ways of performing. First one, where it seems like she's about to explode or fly off the stage, and the second one, where she seems like she's out of will to do any of this shit. So you have two opposite sides of the spectrum with little to nothing in between. The problem is that something in between is the right way to go. On the vocal side, hitting high notes can absolutely be impressive, but not when it sounds the way Struggle feels. Ahyeon has the range, but her lacks in technique are obvious. Her skill set can be effective, but it is far from well developed or refined. To me, giving Ahyeon the position of a main vocalist also proves the misguided mindset of YG when it comes to what good singing is. When it comes to new or new
Wow, that's interesting.
His thoughts are interesting. I do think
Yeah.
Ahyeon sometimes pushes too much. But I like him.
groups.
I noticed when people have like that vocals, the really stunning vocals, they like to push. Like we
Yeah.
have like Gabriel and Ricky, he does that too as
Yeah,
well.
he does. He over pushes.
I think that's part of the personality type.
Instead of jumping to conclusions and showering them with unrealistic praise, I prefer to give them time and space to grow while observing patiently and forming my own opinions. And that's the same case with BabyMonster. However, considering what we've seen and heard from the
Yeah, they definitely have a lot of room to grow. They're so young. They're a very young group. Yeah.
group so far on this tour, I know I will be keeping up with what they're gonna deliver on their next concerts. Honestly,
Impressive first
I
tour.
can't wait. And
Do you
maybe-
think their tour happened very immediate from their release, or do you think it's like
No. I mean,
perfect timing?
Yeah, they released it in November, I think. So it's been a couple months since, and then they started touring. I think it's okay.
be a little lukewarm about their music.
I'm not
so
used
far,
to that.
but
To
the
me, that's
heat
fast.
they bring to the stage.
So when do you think they should tour?
Well, they did drop an album. The whole point is they drop an album, so of course they want to tour. So it makes sense. It's just when seeing that this group was dropped, I think 2023. 2023, they had a year. Well, to me, that's quite quick.
It's a year. It's a year and a couple months, yeah, since they debuted.
Because I would think naturally they would drop like a few singles before they drop like an official album, and
They
then
did.
bam, go
They did
tour.
Batter Up. They dropped.
Batter Up was their
Sheesh,
first, two
single.
Sheesh,
Sheesh.
and then Stuck With You, Stuck in the Middle with You.
No, it's actually right. Stuck in the Middle of it was second, and then they dropped the Sheesh mini album. I think it's okay.
Live sure does ignite interest and excitement. And yes, you guessed it, that's all I have for you guys in this video. I hope
Alright.
Cool. Hey guys, of course, let us know your thoughts. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the Discord. And as always, share as much kindness as possible.